Well, they did it again, guys. What's going on, everybody? Carbonite crew here, and we just got ourselves a brand new 2.5 minute trailer for Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. That's right. There's a lot to break down here, so let's not waste any time. Right off the bat, we get the trailer is apparently structured similar to a Gotham criminal orientation video, or maybe that is what they're trying to get at. It's basically introducing people in Gotham to a career path of becoming a criminal. That setup gives the whole trailer a really fun, tongue-in-cheek tone, which works perfectly for a Lego Batman game. But let's first get into the first real gameplay shot, because there are some interesting things here. One of the first things we see is a Red Hood gang fighting Mr. Freeze's henchmen. That might seem small at first, but it could actually imply something pretty big further in the game. Does this mean that we're going to be getting a gang war between different villain factions in Gotham City? Imagine areas of Gotham City being controlled by different villains from Batman's Rogues Gallery. Maybe Mr. Freeze controls a territory, then the Red Hood moves in to take over, and Batman has to step in to stop it. That would almost feel like a No Man's Land style system, where Gotham constantly shifts depending on which faction controls certain areas. Maybe there might be a couple missions where you have to go stop this criminal organization from taking over a certain sector of Gotham City. Another small detail worth pointing out is the posters in the background of the scene. One of them looks like a parody poster called The Terror, but right next to it we can clearly see that there's another poster for the Flying Graysons, which is a really cool little nod to Dick Grayson's origins. Next we see more of Mr. Freeze's henchmen, including the Giant Brute character, and honestly, with those hockey masks, they look like a lot like Jason Voorhees. It just makes me think that if these henchmen were playable characters, I'd be running around with this guy terrorizing Gotham with that hockey mask. Then we get a pretty funny moment showing the entire family that has apparently chosen the criminal lifestyle together. My big question here is which faction do they belong to? This might actually be a new faction, or maybe they work for someone like Firefly just based off the color scheme. And apparently they use Jack as a figure in the Lego Batman. I don't know, it looks very similar to Jack in The Incredibles, just my thought. And yes, in Lego Batman Universe, NPC apparently stands for an atrocious professional criminal. That's a great looking title, it's definitely a joke there. Next up, we get a shot inside the Iceberg Lounge, which looks a lot like it might be a VIP area overlooking the main club floor. There's a giant pile of cash in the background where Gotham's criminals celebrate. Speaking of celebrations, the trailer then shows something really exciting. We get a recreation of the parade scene from the movie Batman 1989. That iconic sequence is now being recreated in Lego, which confirms that the game will include scenes from classic Batman films. Earlier trailers hinted at the museum scene, and now this parade confirms another major moment from the Lego Batman. Apparently we now know that this parade is actually part of a mission or level, so definitely can't wait to play that. Then we get a close-up of Two-Face henchmen walking towards the camera with the baseball bat. This environment here looks fantastic. You've got flames burning in the trash can, puddles reflecting light on the ground, and tons of small environmental details. For a Lego game, the level of detail here is honestly pretty impressive. After that, we get a highlight reel showing different henchman designs in the game. We see a classic henchman, Red Hood gang members, a brand new henchman design with green hair and purple clothing, which almost certainly looks like a Joker henchman. And apparently you got a wild looking character, apparently I believe based off the suit. He is a goon of Poison Ivy. These designs are really creative and give each faction a unique look. Next, we get a great shot of Mr. Freeze himself inside a frozen cavern. His Lego minifigure design looks incredible, especially the little orbs on his suit that look like they're filled with ice or snow particles. That's giving him a very unique visual style compared to the past Lego versions. And there's another fantastic reference, this time to the movie The Dark Knight. We see the Heath Ledger-inspired Joker putting on a wig on one of his henchmen during a rainy scene. This attention to detail here is amazing, including the word laughter painted on the side of the vehicle. Even the license plate seems to reference an actual Lego set, which is really cool Easter egg. Next up, we finally get a look at the Penguin and his henchmen. And honestly, these designs are fantastic. One of the henchmen is literally wearing a full penguin costume, while the other one looks like they painted a penguin outfit directly onto themselves. It's goofy, but it fits perfectly with the tone of the LEGO Batman universe. Behind them, we can see more of the Iceberg Lounge, or possibly Arctic World, which appears to be one of the major locations in the game. Later in the trailer, we see multiple henchmen from different factions gathered together. Red Hood gang members, Mr. Freeze's henchmen, celebrating on crates, and a whole lineup of Joker henchmen. The environments look packed with detail too. There's money flying through the air and carnival-like setting with a stage and even a small castle structure in the background. We also get a look at Penguin's henchmen grouped together, and there's at least 7 enemies visible at once. Hopefully this means that the game will feature dense combat encounters with lots of enemies on the screen at once. The location looks like it might be inside Arctic World, with lots of TVs in the background and even a giant penguin statue. This might have been where we got the clip a couple days ago regarding Catwoman's abilities. As comparing the clip of Catwoman's abilities climbing up the wall, I say they are very similar. The texture's about the same, so this might be the location. Another cool detail is Two-Face's henchmen all have slightly different designs. At first glance, they look identical, but when you look closer, you notice unique torso prints, different pants, boots, or even a different mask, damage, and piercings. That level of detail is honestly impressive. The trailer also confirms brutes, which are the Big Fig henchmen enemies. We've seen brute versions of Mr. Freeze and Red Hood henchmen before, but here we also see a Two-Face brute wearing a Mad Max-style helmet and carrying a giant hammer. That weapon looks like it's going to be absolutely devastating in combat. And then we get a fantastic shot of Batman overlooking Gotham City. The camera slowly pans up and he watches over the city as he's sworn to protect it. It's an awesome moment, and it also reveals a couple interesting details. First, we can see cranes in the background, which might hint at a grappling mechanic similar to Arkham games. Even more interesting, if you zoom in far enough, you can spot Batmite shop in the distance. This is likely where players will be able to buy collectibles throughout the game. We also get a shot of GCPD headquarters and even a tiny environment details like crows sitting around the building. Now that might sound like a small thing, but in a LEGO game including wildlife and environmental interaction, like that shows just how much detail they're putting into this world. Finally, we see Batman moving across Gotham docks, tightroping across certain cables and taking down enemies. In another shot, he's wearing the suit from Batman 1989 while performing a takedown on one of Penguin's henchmen inside Arctic World. The combat camera shifts during the takedown, giving us a cinematic angle that really shows off the environment. Neon lights, flaming barrels, and tons of little visual touches. And honestly, if the trailer proves anything, it's that LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight looks like it's going to be an incredible game. Alright, so that pretty much wraps up everything that I noticed from the brand new trailer for LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, and honestly there is a lot to be excited about. From different criminal factions to all unique henchman designs to all the incredible environmental details and Gotham City. I mean, this is just one of the maps. This game is looking bigger, deeper, and more ambitious than any other LEGO game out there. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to see more coverage on LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to not miss the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.